Hello, you're probably wondering why I'm topless in your living room. Answer's quite simple. I've just bought some new fencing gear. It's black. Most of the clothing I wear is black. You put one on top of the other, you won't be able to see any definition of it. So you've got my pasty white to compare it to. Now, the stuff I've got is from a company called Gajardoni in Italy. I can't pronounce the R, it's in there somewhere. You'll be able to see it again down the bottom. So what did I get? I got these breeches, I got some gloves, and I got a jacket. Now, at the moment, my preferred fencing jacket, just generally across the disciplines, has actually been my Titan jacket from Leon Paul, and there were issues with it at the beginning, which I was very, very clear with anybody who bought it. There was issues with the throw protection and things like that, but that's been sorted, for which I'm incredibly grateful to Jasek for. And it's a very good jacket. I think it's sturdier certainly than the cotton that we've been having in the Axel Peterson jackets and things like this. It comes padded, most of which I remove because I like to try and fence rather than rely on soaking up the impact, and I think a little bit of bruising actually teaches you where you're not stopping stuff, so being able to feel it is a good thing as well. But this has actually been good, very, very well made jacket. There are contrasts that I'd make, and this is as true of this jacket as every other fencing jacket I've had from any other manufacturer until now, because this is what came this morning, and I've not put it on yet, I've not done it up yet, so we're going to have a look. But first of all, impressions are, it is so well made. I had 3-4 emails from the chappie who's making these after I'd sent him the initial measurements for the jacket and for the breeches, and they were all for more measurements. You're getting a wonderful, wonderful product. It's incredibly secure. What I would say more than anything is that with every other fencing jacket and with the breeches and everything I've had, is there's very much a feeling of you are getting the minimum they can get away with. No matter how good they want the quality to be, they don't want to put too much fabric into it. They don't want to put too much overlap into it. They want to try and keep the price competitive. And this really hasn't gone for that approach. This feels like everything in it is top quality, and it feels so tailored. I cannot do justice without you actually feeling this. The difference between taking this out of a bag and seeing it for the first time, and the difference between seeing anything else that I've received as far as a fencing jacket or anything else is concerned. So I'm going to put it on. I'm also going to try and do a back zip for the first time, which is going to be hysterical because I've never done this before. So here, a little bit disconcerting as it feels a little bit like a straight jacket, as you can see. So somewhere back here, there'll probably be about 5-6 takes while I try and get this right. Here we go. There. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. I'm a complete novice to doing them up like that, so as you can see, it's something new for me. Now, it has got these Mad Max pads on them, but they're all removable. I went for a slightly different approach to the jacket as advertised. I asked the integral padding to be taken out because I wanted, again, as I said previously, I want to learn to fence in order to keep myself safe, rather than rely on the high impact padding. Okay, now that might mean we need to go a little bit lighter. Generally we don't, but I think it's something that helps us become more educated in fencing. So, as you can see, the mobility on this is pretty good. And if I do this, in comparison to a lot of jackets, it's not actually lifting up too badly. So what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to hold a couple of different weapons. This is going to be representative of the Longsword. I don't want to smash the ceiling. Hopefully I'm going to avoid the light. But as you can see here, that is very, very comfortable. There is loads of movement, and it's the most comfortable I have had in any jacket, without doubt. It's good for rapier. This is the first thing I've done. I have not tried this with a rapier, I've not had the jacket on before. So here, that is remarkably comfortable. It is the most comfortable jacket I've worn. Honestly, it's obviously got more fabric movement into it because it's going to be allowing for longsword, it's going to be allowing for messer, but that is remarkably good. I'll go through some of the actual information with you on it now. I'll show you the inside of it. I cannot fault this. It is a really, really splendid jacket. Quite wonderful. As you can see, the zip wasn't too bad to do up and it's gone up all the way, so I'm very, very happy. I will stop the video and then I'll have a look at the breeches. So as I said, I'd do a little bit about the breeches. Now, there's padding in these, which I didn't expect. And I must say that I find it a little bit intrusive, but I find it intrusive in the same manner as I found wearing a fencing mask intrusive. And now I don't notice wearing a fencing mask so much. And if you've worn a fencing mask, if you're wearing a fencing mask, you'll know exactly what I mean. Initially, it can become a little bit uncomfortable. A couple of weeks in, you're not really aware that you're wearing the thing anymore. And I think this is going to be the same here. Once I'm actually in the heat of activity, I think lunging and so isn't going to be an issue. As it is, I'm kind of aware of the tightness that it causes, but not greatly so. Now, the padding is split down here. So you have a pad here, a little pad on the inside. It's multiple plates. This front plate here actually comes into a slight curve over the knee, and the divisions, although it gives you a good degree of coverage, also allows a good degree of mobility. Hip pads very, very likewise. Now, the main thing I would say about the placing of them is that it really demonstrates the tailoring of the product, in that they're not overly pressing. Even when I'm here, although I'm aware of them, they're not pinching, which has been notable on some other trousers that I've tried. So I think they're very good. Their tailoring really, really does show. Now, I'm a bastard to try and get a right waist measurement for it. Never, ever, ever is appropriate. But again, their insistence on taking more measurements from me has really paid off. I feel it is an excellent product. I could do with a little bit more mobility here, which I think again is down to the pads, but I think that'll come, and it's still as good as pretty well everything I've had, while feeling more comfortable and above all so much better made than anything else I've had. The tailoring on all of this is superb. Okay, so to look at everything in slightly reverse order, first of all the breeches. Now, let's have a look at the padding. Hopefully you can see in here. Okay, in here. Good quality, not oversized. With a bit of luck you'll be able to see the shaping down the bottom. Okay, so it's actually been sculpted to the leg a little bit, which is very, very nice. And as you can see, everything is being done according to the placement of the tailoring. So, pretty exceptional. As I say again, I find it a little bit of a hindrance. As I say again, I think this is temporary while I get used to it. But very, very good. The quality of the actual materials involved, the stitching, fucking phenomenal. Really, really nice. The amount of Velcro they put on this shit. Now, so many manufacturers, I get in contact with you. Jacek listened. He listened in the mask. The mask has got a load more Velcro in it, and it really helps. It's one of the best. The Leon Paul Hema mask is one of the best masks I've ever used. Velcro, it's a fucking good thing. They use a lot of it. I'm really, really, really impressed with this. And it means there's something in the waist here, because they haven't scrimped, it's secure, and it also gives me a vast degree of adaptability in the waist, which is helpful because I have an obscenely large butt for my size, and it makes my waist measurements a bit of a nightmare. So this, again, absolutely exceptional, and it feels so comfortable when you're wearing it. It's very, very good. The one worry I do have is the zip. And the zip, as you can see here, is very, very slender. And it may not turn out to be an issue because the tailoring is so good that this doesn't feel like it's getting any pressure on it. So again, very, very happy on that. All the way through this, the workmanship is superb. I can't fault it. I've not found anything loose in there or badly made. And again, I feel very, very much that they've erred on the side of aesthetically pleasing and functional over saving money. And that's worth its weight. It's absolutely fucking phenomenal. So the jacket. very much the same thing. Now, bear in mind again, this is the Longsword jacket, or the sort of like the heavier HEMA jacket. This isn't their coaching jacket. It's an 800 Newton. We need 800 Newtons. This is so good, so good, absolutely lovely. Tailoring again, exceptional. The finish on this, exceptional. The inside of this, you feel like you're getting into a bloody sports car. It is so nice. The collar is so well made. It's comfortable. It's not tight. It's not loose. Tailoring all the way through. I cannot honestly say how pleased I am with this and do it justice. I'll be taking this to the International Rapier Seminar at the weekend, and I think everybody there will appreciate it. Now, bearing in mind, this isn't designed for rapier. You could see when I was holding it how happy and how free my arm felt in a way that it doesn't on any of the other multi-use jackets. This is really phenomenal, very good, and I can't wait to try something else from them. I will put the links below. The product is excellent. I hope you find this helpful. I'll put any other information you need after the comments. Take care. Bye-bye.